Hello everyone and welcome you all to another tutorial on Adobe Photoshop. So in this particular class, we'll be learning about everything what is there about in strokes. So first we'll be learning how we can actually change the settings, how we can get the pop-up menu for strokes, how we can actually add colors, and an advanced method which I have showed here in this particular tutorial is to a particular text or to a particular box of content, how I can add one or more strokes. Like we can add one or more strokes to that particular option. So here I have explained to you guys everything about stroke, and let's get started with this particular class here. So I assure you guys that at the end of this particular class, you guys will be able to know what all options do we have under strokes in Photoshop that you guys will know about and will work on it later on and get to explore and learn at the same time. So let's get started with the class. Okay. So here I do have the opening page of this Photoshop. So once I open the Photoshop, I will have this page as you guys already know. So in last class, I have worked on this poster layout. Okay. So I'll be showing you guys in this one only. So I'll be showing you guys how we can actually change the strokes from here. And basically we do have the idea what stroke is. Like I just showed you a glimpse of strokes in the last lesson. So I can open this file from here as well. But there is another way how I can actually open the file. So I'll just go to this file option out here. Under the new button, I do have the open option. The shortcut key for that is Control plus O. And for Apple or Mac, it's Command plus O in their keyboard. So I'll click on this one. And as you can see, I have already saved this particular file. So I'll click on that and I'll click on open. So it's loading and now you can see I do have my particular page here. Okay. So here I want to change the strokes of my particular text here. So what I'll be doing is first I'll be going and selecting my text here. Okay. So once I select the text, what I can do is I can just right click here. Okay. And after right clicking, so here you can see under the text wrap or the wrap text option, I do have three option here. Okay. Copy layer style, paste layer style, and clear layer style. As you guys can see here on my cursor. And now you see I won't be able to use these particular things here, all these three options here. But in the later stages of the class, once I use the stroke and after that I'll copy the particular layer and I will just paste it to another text. I'll be showing you guys how to do that. So first I'll come here. Okay, once I have selected this particular text, I'll come here on the small icon here. Okay, as you can see. Okay, and this option is called add a layers tab. So once I click on this, here you can see under the bevel and emboss option, I do have my stroke option. So I'll just click on stroke and here you can see a page appeared here. Okay, so here you guys can see that I do have a stroke and under the structure I do have the size. Okay, so here as you can see, once I change, the stroke is also changing and my size or the unit is in pixels. And here, what do I mean by position? Okay, so here as you can see, once I'm increasing the size of this particular stroke, it's the stroke is inside my text. Okay, it's increasing from inside as the position is inside. Okay, and now what if I put it outside? You guys will be able to see that once I change my stroke or the size of the stroke, it's increasing outside. A different layer is just outside, as you can see here. Okay. And in the same case, I do have blend mode. Okay. I do have different type of mode here. Okay. I can use that. I'll be explaining you guys quite properly this one. And from here, if I want to preview, I can see, as you guys can also see here, I'm able to see the preview from here. But what if I just undo the preview from here? I won't be able to see what all changes I made. Once I click on OK, once I'm done, okay, I do have a particular setting which is given to me or which I have on my mind or with which I do work on a daily basis. So for that, I don't have to see the preview. Okay. So in that case, I do have a particular number they'll already give me or I'll already have on my own. Like the size will be 70, the position will be inside, the opacity will be 75. Like that, we don't need to see the preview. But once we are doing an experiment, and in most of the case, it's better that we see the preview. And here, I can also add a new style. Okay, this particular style I can add here. Like if I click on new style, I can create a new preset. So after that, if I want to apply the same setting to a different text, I can do that as well. Okay. And here you can see the fill color. Okay. So from here, I can choose the color. So by default, now it's black. So see from here, once I come to this particular text here, I can change the color. Okay. So let me pick this particular color or take this one. Okay. Take this. So we can just see which one looks good with the particular background there. I can choose it accordingly. So here, how we can actually work on this, we can check out all this as well. Here you can see the blend here. Okay. So yeah, this looks okay. So I will click on OK. Otherwise, if I want to add this particular color to my swatches, I can just add to swatches. I can name this particular color, or by default, it will be saved as swatch 1, swatch 2, swatch 3, like that. It will keep on adding. So I'll click on OK. And yes, I'll click on OK. Uh, so here I hope you guys have understood till this much what all we can do here. And the same way, suppose I do have this particular effect or the stroke effect here. So now I'll click on OK here. So now I do have a particular stroke style here. Okay. So here I do have my effects. So what I can do is I will come to this and I will copy the layer style. Okay. So as I have copied this particular layer style, so let me come to this one here, this particular text. And from here, if I paste the layer style, you guys can see the same layer style is pasted here. But I don't like how it actually looks now. But here, as you can see, I have showed you uh, the settings or the layer style which I had in this particular text. If I want to copy that in the same program or the same file, or if I do have different pages in this same file, I can do that. And as I've told you how I can also save that particular setting or the layer style, I can do that and save it in my library as well. So that time I have added one swatch here. So this is the swatch which I have added. Okay. And from here, I can also change the opacity. Okay. Here you will be able to see I can change the level of opacity from here. I'll just go dark, and from here I will change the opacity. You guys can see uh, once I put it on 0, it totally disappears. So I'll just keep it somewhere around 80. Yes, I'll keep it around 80. So I hope you guys have actually got an idea about how we can do all this. Okay, so I'll also change the fill from here a little bit. And yes, now it looks kind of okay. So now here, if I want to change this particular stroke, like suppose I don't like it how it looks now, and I want to change this particular stroke of this text. So what I'm going to do is I'll just come here and I'll double click on the stroke option just underneath my text, okay? Not the effects, just the stroke option. I'll double click, and as you can see, after I double click, here you can see I do have the layer style page again appeared here. So from here, I can actually change all this. Okay, I can change the stroke size. Otherwise, if I want to take it to the center, I can do that as well. So I'll be showing you guys another thing. Like suppose what I want to do is I want to use two strokes. So this is one of the advanced method of using stroke here in this Photoshop. So if I want another layer of stroke, like in this particular text, I want two strokes. So in that case, what I'll be doing is here you can see a plus option here. I'll be just clicking on this plus option. So here you guys can see I do have two strokes here. But what I'll be doing is first I will change this one, which is the just the same of the first one here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll come to this color from here and let me change the color. Okay, so from here let me change the color, and if I click on OK, you guys won't be able to see any difference here. Okay, now, but what I will do is let me just increase the color of this and come to the first stroke here and let me change the opacity. Okay, I think my color doesn't go well, so I'll be switching to some dark color from here. Something like this. And I'll come here and I will change the opacity, and I'll change the stroke from here of this particular color. Okay, and here as I've told you, like if I just change this background, or I'll just show you guys. So let me just click on this option here, select my move tool. I'll have my ellipse, as I do have so many options out here. What I can do is I'll just fix this one out here, and now I'll be doing the same thing here. Okay, so I'll just come here to this particular I will double click on the stroke, and I'll select another stroke layer from here, Come to this one, change the color of this particular one, go something on dip, and now change the size. So yeah, here you guys can see I do have double strokes here. Okay, as you can see, I do have double strokes. And if I just change the opacity of this top one, you guys can see a slight change in my particular setting here. Okay, you guys can see I do have the text color here, and in center I put that stroke, and here on the second stroke I do have on my outside. So hope you guys have understood how we can actually add two strokes in the same text, and this is sometimes quite useful, and we can do it, we can add another one as well, but it won't look much good for me because I didn't work with 3-4 strokes at the same time. But you guys can, if you think that it will enhance the beauty of your picture, you guys can do that. And here, if I want to change all the settings, suppose I don't like anything, I want to just reset and restart from the beginning. So I can just come here and click on this reset to default option. Or if I like this particular one and I thought, okay, from now I'll be using this particular layer or the particular layer style. So I can just click on this particular button here, which is called the make default. So by default, every time I open this layer style option or the stroke option, it will be applied automatically. Okay. So I will just click on OK. Oh, well, before that, okay, let me show you guys another few options here. So here in the fill tab, we learned how we can use the color, but here I also do have the option for the gradient. Okay, so we know what gradient is, right? So here, as you can see, fading out of colors. So this is called the gradient. So in that case, I can just change the color from here. As you can see, as you guys can see, there is slight change. So I can choose these basic gradients from here. And from here, I can also choose the color. Okay, so here, as you can see, what type of gradient do I need? I can choose it from here. And if I click on OK, I can choose from here as well. Okay, so suppose I want this. And yeah, if I click on OK, you guys will be able to see. And I can also choose the angle on which I want. And I can also scale it accordingly. And here in the same way, if I want it in reverse, I can click on reverse. So now here, I hope you guys have understood about how we can use the gradient. Because in last class also, I have shown you guys things about gradient. Like you guys now are familiar with all these options here, like angle, style. Okay, so on the style, as I do have radial, I do have reflected, and here let me take some from these presets. Okay, and see if I change the angle. Okay, if I use the diamond one, here you can see it will vary. Okay, and after that, let's come to this pattern option here. Okay, so in that pattern option, I do have uh some of this here. Like you can see the preview, how it will actually look here, as you can see. And there you guys can see I can change the pattern from here. If I want to scale, you guys can see there is slight changes when I'm scaling. So here I can choose different patterns if I want, or I can add many patterns from here. Okay, if I do have a new pattern, I can add a new pattern, or here this particular thing, if I want to save, I can save this particular thing as well. So yes, uh, I have also showed you guys scaling, alignment as before. Okay, if I don't want to link it with layer, I can. If I want to link it with layer, I can this one as well. So yes, hope you guys have understood everything about this class. And the same way, I can also add strokes to any objects as well, like here to this particular shape. If I want to add any object, I can do that as well. So here you guys saw how I just edited this particular text. And here, if I want to copy this particular text from here, I'll click on OK. And yes, what I'll do is I will click here, copy layer style, and I will come to this box here. Okay. Yeah, this box here, and I will just paste layer style here. As you can see, I do have the same layer style pasted in this particular box as well. So yes, hope you guys have understood about this class where we have learned everything about strokes, all the options which we can explore about strokes, and hope you guys have understood this class properly. So in next class, we'll be learning about cropping, like how we can crop image in this particular software, and we'll also be exploring few options which are there in cropping, like we'll be learning a little bit in depth about what options we can explore here in this particular application. So, hope this class was clear and hope to see you all in my next tutorial. Take care and bye for now, everyone.